All right, in this video, we're going to step through in VividCharts how we can take a standard project status template that we've built in the editor. We have saved that as a template so that we can then mass produce it for all of the projects in the system. So we have our template saved, but we use another part of our platform that we call summaries to configure what the experience is going to be like for our end users, project managers, portfolio owners, stakeholders. So let's go through the configuration of a summary page, and then we'll start to step through some of the other workflows that the product facilitates. So first step is to pick our process area. You can see we do project, demand, program, among many others. For this video, we'll select project. The next step is to pick our template. So we have a number of different templates available. But for this video, we'll make our VividChart selection here. We then just choose what is the card style and experience that we want. Do we want to link to just the project status report or the status reports and the project records themselves? We have a card style there. We also have some list style options as well as timeline style with a planned start and end to give a little bit of a timeline. So let's just choose that one for this video. Now we do have the ability to pre-filter these pages as well as apply filters after the fact for end users to leverage. For this video, let's add some filters after the fact, so we'll just do all active projects. So let's click Save. And once our summary page is loaded, we can start to both look at the outputs of the project status reports themselves, but also look at some of the other workflows we can facilitate with the product. So first thing we can do is, we've got 180 projects in the system. It probably would make sense to give our end users the ability to filter. So let's just add a drop-down filter for portfolio so we can really quickly get to just those projects. And maybe one more, we'll do project manager. And for this one, let's just do a search, project manager, and click Save. Now, once we've added those filters, we can, from within this interface, select a specific portfolio, right? So now we just have the 5 in the compliance portfolio, or, let's search for within that portfolio where Will is the project manager. So let's just open this one up, what the output in our standard format is. So just like we saw in the editor, we now have that same style, aesthetic, but pulling data for this specific project and the related lists. So from this view, we can, present out of this interface. We can also download to PDF or PowerPoint within a click. But we can also just share this link directly. If I share this, I can, just send the URL out to any user group or role. Or if I toggle this all logged in users, this is anyone that can just log into ServiceNow, doesn't need a fulfiller role. So very easy to share status reports. But what we can also do is facilitate some other workflows. Status reports aren't always just viewed as a one-off. Sometimes they're bundled together to go present at, say the steering committee. So let's say we have a compliance portfolio steering committee coming up, so we'll filter down to just those projects. And what we want to do is actually present on all of them. So we've selected all the projects in the portfolio. We can make a set. So we'll just call this Compliance Steerco February. Get the spelling right and click Save. So now we have those 5 projects in our set. Once we have created a set, we can take 2 actions. We can open all 5 in the viewer. So let's go ahead and do that. And let's say we want to group by overall status. So we're going to present in the order of status. It's going to take those 5 projects and put them in a single presentation for us to use. So now we can run our steering committee out of this, but let's say we want to add a little bit more information to the presentation, maybe a title slide, as simple as that, or maybe there are other charts we want to add. What we can also do is take that set and create a view out of it. And that's going to do the same thing that we just saw in the viewer, but it's going to take me to the editor where I can, actually make updates to the status reports themselves from this interface, but I could also add slides. So let's go ahead and add a slide. We can drag it up to the top, and then we could, give it a SteerCo February 2023, and we'll blow it up, to be size 72, add it. Maybe we want to give it a little background, VividCharts blue, whatever we want to do. Just an example. So we could, add a little bit more to the presentation. That's another workflow that we can facilitate. Now, the last one to call out is, from that summary page as well, you could share that with all logged in users, right? So stakeholders themselves could come into that page at any point in time, filter down to specific projects, portfolios, and self-serve the status information. So a lot we can do with the summaries capability, and all that included in our Project Status Hub offering. So if you have any questions on anything that you've seen or how we could apply it for your organization's workflow, please don't hesitate to reach out. Thanks a lot.